everyone, my name is CinnamonToastKen. Welcome back to The Letter. As you can see, we have this very nice drawing that was drawn for us by Kylie, Tio Luke, and Taco Ghost there. But a couple of things happened in the last episode. We was in Luke's house, we found Luke, and Luke was pointing a gun at us. He's like, yo, what you doing in my house? And it gives me a decision to either disarm him or not disarm him. So I was like, okay, my official choice is to try to talk sense into him. So I picked disarm him, which led to Ashton getting killed. He got straight speared in the chest. Like, I think Hannah threw like a big javelin at him. And so then I went back and of course did my official choice, and everyone survived, and it just kind of went to the next episode. Hannah still showed up at the end and she was still mad and possessed. Now we're Luke, and the first thing we got with Luke was we went to the bedroom and Hannah was like being like super sexy, and she wanted the D, but I didn't give it to her. You know, Luke had things to do. He had to work. She fed me a little biscuit, a muffin that was full of cat flesh, raw cat flesh, we think. And she's been trying to serve me things, and she really hates anyone else being around because she's straight super possessed right now. The little girl came over and she left me this picture of Taco Ghost. So here we are in a field. As much as I can ascertain looking at the labels below the doodle's feet, a third figure stands next to me in the drawing. A woman, her face hidden behind a curtain of black. Takako, the writing under her supplies.
Taco says you're making a really funny face.
Yeah, and that's what she said. This is like a flashback moment. He's thinking about what she said when I made a funny face at seeing her. Takako says you're making a really funny face. Takako said that. Takako's got the dumbest face all the time on. Always has an O face on.
Taco who?
Takako, a friend I made.
The hairs on the back of my neck stand on end as I feel a chill go down my spine. A breath. That isn't mine. Uh-oh! A breath that isn't mine. Ghost, you still in here with me? Whoop! Hello. It has me turning around, hoping to see anyone, ready to fight, fixing to judo chop somebody. But nothing. And that's when I hear it. Laughter. Sweet and merry laughter. Ringing from the ballroom. Let's go check it out. Think about how's my cheeks burning and my blood running hot as if I'm being mocked. As I stomp towards the door, I have to stop myself from shouting up a storm. I expect to see someone with my help dialing about idle from their duties. Perhaps they thought they'd slack off. Yeah, you slacking off? Well, they had another thing coming. But again, nothing. Nothing from what I can see at the curious glance at the rest of the room. I roam around looking for near impossible hiding places, and still I'm all alone. Yeah, I can still hear the laughter. That accursed laughter echoing around the room in my head.
Who's there? Show yourselves and show some respect to the master of the house.
Cold uneasiness settles into my stomach when I get no answer. I stumble on my own 2 feet, feeling a wave of nausea come from nowhere. I have to put a hand against the wall to stay upright, and the world shifts and the pain explodes from behind my eyes. It takes every ounce of my self-control to not heave then and there. The only thing my pride allowed me to do is then close my eyes and attempt to alleviate some of the pain. Don't close your eyes! Why do they always close their eyes when spooky stuff is happening? Vague, unfamiliar images, I dare say memories, not mine, flash in my head, unbidden and unwelcome. Like strong hammers strike the head, threatening to crack my skull and split in two. Whatever emotions they hold are muted. I'm nothing but a spectator. Still, the weight feels palpable. Each new scene is like a hammer to my head, threatening to crack my skull and split it in two. Well, show me the scenes, I want to see them. All their anger burns through me, and that much is evident, but the pain more so. And above all that are the whispers. The voices calling, luring, until one image emerges in vivid contrast with the others. When there's a shout of joy, my eyes snap open, looking for the culprit. That's when the whole room just changes. Everything's the same, yet everything isn't. It's bloody. Ooh! Ooh! Hey! Hey! What's this? I have a paper in my hand too? There's people dancing and stuff? Oh, it's the ghosts. Okay, there's Charlotte with her super curly hair, and the other dude, and then servant girls watching. There are people everywhere laughing and dancing. I should be concerned about them, but my mind finds it easy to dismiss them as if they fade out from nothingness. Instead, I find my concentration drawn to a man and woman, though one can only call them lord and lady going by their clothes. You know, just see how happy the couple looks. Though the man's eyes are eerily blank, like he's not all there. His face is familiar though. In fact, they both are, but I can't quite place why. The two of them make pretty pictures as they dance in the center of the ballroom. Even the phantom crowd's attention stay on them. It reminds me so much of Hannah and I during the early days of our marriage, the honeymoon years they call it. I realize this might not even be real. It dawns on me that these two people from the paintings are the ones who live in the mansion, which makes sense. I don't think I'm imaginative enough to make all this up on my own. This must be a dream, or a really horrible high. I'm so high right now. Just then, I feel eyes on me as I contemplate the absurdity of the situation. Yet I find it difficult in trying to tear my eyes away from the two dancing. I manage, and I regret looking away because there she is. I looked away, and there she is. The woman from the balcony stands beside me, and she's like, "Yo, bruh, you got some change?" I can hear her rattling breath, menacing and chilling. Everything in me screams to run. Something pins me to the spot as she just looks at me, watching and waiting. Their joyous voices turn sinister and foreboding in my ears. The music still plays, the Phantom Quartet continues while I stand there, vulnerable and afraid, but the dance has already ended. There are eager hands all over, pulling me in every direction, but they do not move me enough to remove me from the woman's gaze.
Listen. Can you not hear them as they welcome you home? Your kind, our kind. You're one of us, my love. We are bonded by the blood we share.
We share blood? Are you my mama? Oh my goodness. I wonder if I am. I wonder, because there's a scene, like one of the memories of the maid getting it on with the prince dude and Charlotte watching. So I wonder if it's like, I've come back home. If I thought the voices were overwhelming before, it's nothing compared to how they are now. Their voices are loud, speaking in unison and echoing ever on in spaces of my head. They welcome me back as if I've always belonged, as if I was meant to be here in the first place. But if that's true, and she's possessing Hannah, and Hannah wants to get it on with me, that makes it really weird. Okay? That makes it weird. So I don't know if it's true or not, but anyway, she's creepy and is playing the murder music. They call me all the titles and names that do not belong to me in that man's face. The one with the empty eyes flashes again before me, once fleeting, like a new memory having burned itself into my mind. I have to struggle for air when I come back to myself after.
I'm not. This isn't.
This welcome turns into screams at my protest, pained and desperate pleas for my help. Tell me that it's my duty to stay. Tell me that I belong among them. To them. Gentle touches turn near threatening, the warning scratches and the baring of teeth by predators before they truly maim someone. My mouth goes dry as I struggle to speak some sense in this hallucinatory madness, but I don't get the chance as they drown out my voice.
Our Lord, my Prince.
At her words, there is a compulsion to stay. Though my heart races in my chest, I fear I should be experiencing refuses to register in my head. Mind and body war with each other, nearly tearing me in two. Oh, you finally returned to us. The compulsion to walk in her arms is strong, whispering in my head, telling me to go to her. I don't want to go to her. They say that she is safety. She is home and heart. I've been waiting for you for so long. We've been waiting for you? Okay. With hesitation, I start to make a run for it. I nearly falter when the angry shriek pierces the air. You inhumane and monstrous. I don't dare look back. I just run. I didn't care if it was a drug-induced hallucination or not. I just run. Getting the heck up out of here, boy. Out of the ballroom. Out of the parlor. Only then I bothered to look back, praying the God scorn it didn't pursue me. I would have to run all the way out of the mansion if only someone didn't get in my way. I collide with a body much larger than mine, and I fall to the ground, head spinning as I look back at the stained glass. Turning my head to the side, replaced with a colorful sight and a pair of shiny black shoes. Fatigue fills every inch of my being, like making me refuse to get up. Meanwhile, a familiar head of ginger hair looks down. Oh, he's much bigger than me. Johans is huge.
You really must look where you're going if you insist on running about. Do tell, where is the fire?
Oh, thank God you're here.
I do hope you don't have a concussion. Can you count backwards from 15 to 1 for me?
Oh, fuck off, you wanker. Just help me up.
I do not think insulting me if you do have a concussion is a smart decision. But no, really. 15 to 1.
That woman, she was here. I told you to keep an eye out for her.
The other man offers an arm and pulls me up to my feet then. But before I can storm off and pull him to the ballroom, he anchors me down with one hand on my shoulder and the other touching the back of my head. Ooh, is he about to... We're about to make out right now, Johans? Give me some sugars.
No bruising or bump. That still does not mean that you don't have a concussion. I have already sent security to scour the whole house when I saw you running out of the parlor, Dummkopf. If the woman is here, they will have her. You will only be slowing them down if you plan to interfere.
When he points that out, I realize that there are guards starting to filter into the house as we speak, and some already searching the nearby rooms.
It'll be easier to keep you safe in your quarters. This is twice we've known the woman to break in. I think we can safely presume that you hold her interest.
He says it as a matter of fact in tone that brook no argument. Yeah, she definitely wants me. Just keep me safe, buddy. Okay, he's taking me up to my room, and the words that it said is, we make it no problem until we enter the room. So, maybe something cool's about to happen. I don't know. I don't understand for a moment. Looking around the bedroom is empty, but he's giving it a look. He's got a suspicious look about him. He's like, But then I realize...
Where's Hannah? She came home with you from the hospital, didn't she?
Uh-oh. Yeah, Hannah's missing. So this makes sense. This is when we find Ashton in the house. Johan asks him where the lady is. It's like, where is she? All right.
She's supposed to be here. I sent one of the maids to accompany her here, to let her rest.
I feel a color drain from my face when he raises a hand to stop me from charging out there.
Stay.
I'm not staying in here while Hannah stays out there.
One of the guards will find her and bring her here.
And what if they don't? What if that woman gets to her first? What if she already has her?
That's not possible.
You can't promise that.
Whew! There's no second thought as I reach under my side of my belt and pull out one of my knives. How many knives do I have? This is a kitchen knife.
I'm going out there to look for Hannah. And you're either with me or you aren't. I'm not risking Hannah, and I'm not leaving her alone.
Can you see yourself in the mirror right now? You are in no proper state to go looking for anyone. If it will make you happy, I will do the looking. But please, and don't make me repeat this, stay where it's safe, where security can find you. We already have one person to be worried about. Please don't add another one to it.
You have 2 hours, Shuriken. I don't think it'll take that long to find one missing woman in this house. 2 hours. Any more than that, and I'm going out there.
Of course.
Despite his words, he lingers. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he wants to make sure I get in the bed and get some sleep before he turns away from me. You want me to... He expects me to sleep? I ain't sleeping. Am I a child? Shoot.
Well, what are you waiting for?
And the knife?
The knife stays.
Very well.
Well, then does he seem to get the hint. The naughty leaves, locks, and closes the door behind him. Quick as the silence settles, lightning flashes across the sky, followed immediately by the loud boom of thunder. Power goes out not a second later, and I can feel I'm being mocked by whatever greater power there is. The storm's here. Despite the noise, I find myself drawn to my bed, exhausted, hoping for a little nap. Really? You gonna take a nap? Hannah's missing? Someone's invaded your house? You gonna take a nap? I'm safe here. Hannah will be safe too. Shocking will find her, and when I wake, she'll be here. It does not take long. Once my head hits the pillow, in a matter of minutes, darkness claims me. No worries, I can sleep, no problem. Bringing with it the laughters and whispers of a twisted love from a long time gone.
Who are you?
I don't know, I just went to sleep.
Stay away.
Sweet dreams, my love, will be over soon. All right, November 1st, Tuesday. In spite of the unfamiliar voices and unwanted touches from shadows lurking in the dark, arousing is a slow, arduous process.
You do not belong there, my prince.
Who's whispering to me? I'm trying to sleep. Don't be whispering to me.
You do not need her.
You whispering to me again? He's thinking about Hannah in that if she's okay.
I am here.
I hope not.
We are here.
Who's we?
This is where your home is.
Where you belong for the blood we share. Come back to us. How long has it been since? Johan's never taken this long before.
Surely there should have been an update by now. All right.
So why isn't there? Uh-oh. No, what?
Please don't go.
I'm going.
Bloody hell, the cretins I've surrounded myself with.
And this isn't reason enough to force myself out of bed? It's always been that case. Ghost wants me to stay asleep, I guess. My eyes fly open, expecting a warm ray of sunshine filling through the curtains, only to be greeted by the blinding flash and loud boom of thunder that sound nearly too close to my ears.
Oh, great. The power's still out. That is exactly what I need right now. Yes. Johans, has someone been sent to take the circuit breaker yet? Johans? Schroken? Someone? Anyone?
Still nothing, and my cordial mood is quickly dissipating.
Where are those idiots when you need them?
Why am I all alone in the house right now? Uh-oh. It has only been a few hours after midnight, and the time on my wrist, if the time on my wristwatch is anything to go by. So it's like 2, 3 in the morning right now. Okay, so he's getting up, and he's about to leave to try to go fix the breaker, and he sees the muzzle of his gun peeking out of a drawer. Without a second thought, sees it sending the stuff piled above it to the floor. Whatever. I'll get back to it later. This blackout problem should be resolved first. Oh, if that's the drawer that she threw her necklace in, then he just threw the necklace on the ground. Maybe that'll be important later.
Where the fuck did everyone go?
Walks out of his room. Where did everybody go? Yeah, sure. There were 2 here earlier, right? Yeah. Yeah, the guards. There are 2 guards are outside my room, and they're gone. They decided to take a break. Sure. Their master's sound asleep. They're gone, buddy. No problem. They're not dead for sure. Oh. So I just went out to the main room, and there are 3 people here. From the stand top of the stairs, I can easily make out their forms, recognize them even. It's all gone crazy when these intruders came into my house. Everyone, he's like, everyone's broken into my house. I trusted all of you. I trusted her to be professional at the very least. Top of it all, they all have the nerve to look surprised when I announce my presence.
Well, what have we here? If I were any less sober, I'd say this is the beginning of a joke.
Bloody trespassers. What's wrong with these people? They realize I think it'd be fine walking to my home like this? What are they even doing here? They know any better. They might also be behind Hannah's disappearance.
That's right, my love.
Oh, yeah? Yeah? You turning me against them? They must have a motive.
Make them pay
Oh, yeah, make them pay real good. And it better be a good one.
for all the wrong made to us.
Yeah. What a bullet to the head is the least all of them deserve.
Let's see. A photographer, a high school teacher, a real estate agent, an interior designer walk into a mansion.
Thunder cracks once again, cutting me off. This time, the sound hits close enough that it nearly feels as if the windows, the ground itself rumbling. It's deathly still for a moment. They don't let me stop, however, as I slowly make my way towards them, taking one careful step at a time, relishing the expression of fear in their eyes. Kind of like it, to be honest. It adds something to the atmosphere. I suppose I must look like a villain now. I look like such a villain right now. That's short me getting close to them. Noise piercing distracts me, briefly halting my movements while curiously taking the time and murmurs in my head. It's a good thing perhaps I did, because as soon as I look up, I see him. Another trespasser. Great. Just as he's about to jump down from the furniture that somehow ended up piled blocking the door to the parlor. What happened in there? And did he really think it's all right to do that in other people's house? Lout.
Teach him, my lord.
Oh yeah, girl. I'm gonna teach him real good.
Put him in his place.
Ooh yeah. Some of the stuff's about to go down. My hand's already moving. We're about to shoot him in the face. Lives are in my hand. His life's in my
Had I
hand.
known there would be a party in my own home tonight, I would have opened a bloody bottle or 2. People these days, in my own home. Can you believe it? I feel so left out.
Yep, and we're back to this scene again, which we did last episode. You guys in my house? What you guys doing in my house, Mr. Fingerless Gloves? You think you're cool? You ain't cool. I'm cool. Look at this white suit I'm wearing. I always wear it, even when I sleep, apparently. He's already a prey trapped by his own recklessness. Yeah, how pathetic.
I swear the people of this city need to be taught the meaning of privacy. This is how you want to start the week. Why don't we just go with a bloody massacre if we want to surprise people in their homes, huh?
And then Feathers, as he calls him, pulls his gun. Still he glares at me. Still he fights back.
Now, Feathers. Manners. You're in no position to be pointing that gun at people.
There's no desperation in him, and like I'm hoping, just annoyance flickering shortly before being hidden underneath the challenge. The likes of him are the kind of people I hate the most. Even with their failures already glaring down at them, mocking every worthless move they make, they have the impudence to stare people in the eye. Luke's the best. You know this. You know he's a trash character too. You know that Ashton's a trash can character. I appreciate that, Luke. I appreciate you understand that.
Why don't you put yours down first, and then we'll talk about manners.
Oh, he talks back. The gall. You know, your kind pisses me off so much.
Annoying most of the time. Dang pest you can't get rid of. But to some degree, it is commendable. I'll give him that. After all, we're almost the same in that regard. Almost. I'm still the better person, of course. He tells me to put the gun down, but I see no reason why I should. I'm a homeowner in defense of my own home. I have the right to. I like to think that. It's not like I wanted this. But I'm already high-strung, and their presence does not help. Bloody peasants. Can never seem to figure out how their minds fully work. Take this one for example. Despite the pride brimming in him, how he matches my glare with one of his own, he simply lowers his pistol after a long second, not in surrender. Oh, so this is where I chose to either talk or try to defend himself and get stabbed. So he would if he would have tried to disarm me, he would have shot me in the arm. The tense set in his shoulders tells me as much, but the closest he can get to lowering his own ego in favoring for something I can't quite place. Interesting. Gotta admit, I'm almost disappointed.
As you should be, my lord.
Yes, thank you, ghosts in my head. So Hannah should be showing up at some point, because she's gonna be like, dude, you ain't shooting him? I gotta come here and do it myself? Dang shame. We might have gotten along.
Listen, right. I need you to.
But alas.
You broke into my house, and somehow, you expect me to listen like a good little boy. Are you a bit touched in the head, Feathers? I'm not the one breaking laws here.
Look here, fucker. If I wanted you dead, I could have done it so many times already. In fact, I can easily shoot you down right here, right now, and you won't be able to do a damn thing, even with that gun.
A meeting of two prideful blokes will never go well, whichever lifetime it is. And I can only laugh, because whatever. Who cares?
You know what I'm thinking right now? In another lifetime, we would have probably gotten along well.
And he should be grateful. You're already gracious enough, allowing him to stand in your presence like this.
2 steps, I'm standing in front of him, grabbing him by the collar, resting the cold muzzle of the eagle against his temple. What, I got a desert eagle? I defend my house with a desert eagle. That sounds realistic. Let me just go around blowing people to bits. Okay.
Luke, no!
Hey, now you two, I'm sure we can all talk about this first.
He'll end up a pretty smear on one of the walls this close.
Teach this loud a lesson.
What is it that you people really want with me? This is the second time this week, and I'm really getting weary of this little game.
We're too alike in so many ways that it's funny. No, we're not! Stop trying to talk Ash up. Ash is a piece of trash character. He's not cool. Luke's funny. I like Luke. Luke's business. And he hasn't been like, oh, I must be seeing things because there's a ghost here. He's been like, there's a freaking woman in the house, instead of being like, oh, must have a cold, or oh, I don't believe it. Luke, greater Ash. Easy.
You need to get out of here before it's too late. If you want to keep your sorry ass alive, you'll listen to people with more brain cells than you.
Why, you insolent!
Ooh! We both decided to move the moment, both of our bodies tensing, each of us racing to get ahead of the other. Well, I mean, I already have my gun pointed at him, so how's he even going to, like, draw his gun that fast? However, before we can get a head start, a voice unexpectedly rings above the chaos about to ensue.
Hannah?
Hey girl. Your boobs look a little weird today. Did you go to the doctor to get them blown up or something, you know? Little extra big?
Oh, Luke, darling, my love. What do you think you're doing out here this late?
The woman that stands there is the one that I married, the love of my life. So why is it that the look she gives us now makes me feel so revolted? Makes it so that there's just a general sense of wrongness in the way she smiles at me.
Hannah! Oh, thank goodness, it's just you. Oh, you gave me quite the fright. We've been looking all over for you.
Saying this makes my tongue feel heavy. I'm so used to lying, putting on a face, but this just feels so wrong. We get it. We've been saying she's wrong a lot. She's wrong, obviously. I don't want to admit it, but it's almost she turned into another person overnight. And looking up and how only seems to solidify this. It's almost as if I can't recognize my own wife.
Fetch me, whatever for, my prince.
Look, that doesn't matter right now. You need to get out of this house right now, all right? Stay in the penthouse for a while.
Leave our home? What if I wish to stay?
It's not safe here, darling. Now is not the time to explain. Just listen to me, okay, Buttercup?
I'll hold out my hand to her in hopes that she won't ask any more questions. I shove away the ill thoughts that I have about her and how this is not the wife I've married. You know, I really do wonder how much different this story would be if I didn't let her get possessed back in the second chapter. Like, opening up the cellar on the floor is what leads to her possession, right? So what if she wasn't possessed? Would this be like a completely different scene and like completely different stuff going on altogether? I mean, that's probably why when I go to his branching tree, there's like a bajillion different things going on. Where are we at right now? So we're way down here right now, and there's like all these other little things that could happen.
Why should I? Is something the matter? What about you? Are you not coming with?
What am I supposed to say? Where do I even start? Confess there's a crazy lady roaming around. Yeah, that'd be a good start.
You just need to leave for a while so I can let security sweep the place. And someone has to be there, yes? To supervise and all. That'll be my job, Buttercup.
She doesn't move where she stands, with an amused grin on her face, if it's all a funny joke.
But I do not wish to leave. And you should not either. You've just arrived, my prince. This is your home. Our home. Would you really allow others to drive us away from it?
Be that as it may, it is dangerous here right now, and I'd rather have you safe than, oh, I don't know, comfortable or whatever argument you wish to bring up. This is ridiculous, Hana. We shouldn't be discussing this. You need to leave now. Let me handle things here, Buttercup.
It is then that her expression turns absolutely horrific, and everything turns to complete and utter crap. Ooh! Oh, everything's bloody now. We done made her mad. Ooh, boy, you better not be wanting to leave this house. She's been locked away for 3 days. She's over there dying, like, please somebody get me out of here before I kill her. It's okay. Hannah's body shudders and shakes as she's about to have a seizure until her visage ripples and changes. Golden yellow hair is slowly stained with inky black. And her face melts into that woman, a maid from before. The menacing expression on her face, along with its shifting and ever ground of the very ground we stand on. It's a slow thing, a whisper more than a bang as the darkness creeps into every corner of the room. The walls shudder and groan, blood runs from the ceiling, crawls down the walls and stains the floor. Feels as if life is being sucked from the house slowly but surely. The beauty of this place is gone, with only the dead, decaying remains of the mansion left in its wake. I can already hear it. Gone are the growling of thunder and lashing of rain, the wind against the foyer's high windows. All of it has been replaced by a more grating sound. Voices screaming and echoing. Voices neither belonging to us nor the people who live here.
What's going on?
Who's that? Oh, it must be all the other oh man, what if the okay. I got a couple little theories that pop into my head, but we'll keep going. All through the house, shouts of alarm and surprise ring out, a mirror of horror creeping up in each of us. What? Who wouldn't be shocked? This is insane. Seems to be no end in sight for this insanity. If anything, it only feels like the beginning. Dun dun dun. Of the end. Dun dun dun.
Help me. Oh my god. Please, somebody. Anybody. Who are you? Stay away.
No. Stay away. Stay away.
There's nothing but silence. Her hard smile and pale hands reach out to me. Calling. Beckoning. Pleading. I'm terrified. I really am. Like I should be.
Stay away from me.
Yeah, you tell her.
Why do you wish to leave? This is where you belong, my lord. Remember the blood we share? This is your home. Don't you remember? You promised to return, to stay together with me, with us, with people no different from you.
Don't listen to her, she lies. I promised no such thing to anyone. We bought this house weeks ago. How should I know what she's babbling about? I never even wanted to be here in the first place.
Ooh, she'll be mad about that. A terrible case of mistaken identity. That must be it. I'm quite sure of it. I don't know this woman, this monster. Why would I say that to someone like her? My entire lifetime, I only made and kept sincere promises to 2 people, Hannah Evans and Eleanor Chandler. Who's his mom, I believe. No one else.
Of course you still deny it. Have you truly forgotten? You haven't changed, I see. Still a deceiver.
She's lying.
You see, my love, nothing has changed. still no difference, you and I. Just like the rest of us. Just like every single soul in this putrid wreck. We've waited for so long. You can hear them, yes. Their pleas, their calls, their invitation. Come, my lord. The house seeks its master.
She, the monster, reaches out again. Her hands gory, and a smile sprang across her face. My body's already moving by instinct. I stumble back one step at a time, depths are bitter away from me. Anything to put distance between me and this vile creature. Get away from me, girl! Hannah beyond saving, no longer the same woman I knew, and shocked and likely taken by this woman, nothing left. Oh, he's not. He got knocked out, though. He's okay. I can leave. I can. My footsteps on something sending me sliding back, and flat on the floor. Beside me, a paper. A familiar one flutters down. This thing again from the open house? I thought I'd seen this gimmick. Oh my god, the help me! Send this to 5 people or else. I think that the send to 5 people or else was added, but all the help me's on there, maybe not. It's a fallen from one of the peasants in the common room commotion earlier. For a moment they appear conflicted to see it in my hands, but wisely keep their opinions to themselves. Leaving the dang thing simply bear its grisly message and for everyone to see. Help me. Help me, help me, help me. Is this it? They've been trying to tell us? My life's going to crap because of this stupid old letter? An invitation indeed. One I'm not willing to accept. Not at any time. On the top of the stairs, the creature moves again, drawing her attention back to her. Her gait remains slow and awkward as she walks forward, her smile never leaves. Where is she? I want to see her. We're just in an empty room. Well, maybe I don't really want to see her. It's spooky. I'm not dying here. I'm getting the heck out of here. Adrenaline kicks in, and I freaking get out. Get out! Warning, a slam that slams open, revealing not the mansion grounds like I'm expecting as he whips the door open. Before my mind can even comprehend what's happening, black tendrils have already coiled lightly around my limbs, dragging every person in the foyer into the room. None of us even get to scream when darkness completely envelops us upon the doors closing.
Understand where your place is now, my love.
Well, what just happened? We opened the door and we just got sucked in by some tendrils?
You belong here. Is it so difficult to grasp? We've been waiting.
Okay. Okay, oh, there's a moment of panic when the feeling of the tendrils around my limbs finally dissipates. As soon as my eyes adjust to the darkness of the room, I'm on my feet and I'm searching for my knife and holding it out, watching, waiting for every movement. Using it, so is everyone separated right now? Using it to put distance between these peasants. Oh, maybe they're here with me. Who knows what they'll do now? We're all desperate to get out of this house. There's only 6 in this room, 4 of them friends at that. Although Mint has already gone loon, crouched in the corner, muttering to herself. You can't really say anyone's safe from her. She's gone crazy. If anything, she's the one I should watch out for. I cannot trust these people not to turn on me. I cannot trust anyone. Not anyone. Not after this.
You. All of you.
He's mad at everybody else. We all got stuck in this room and he blames them. Ever since they came into his lives, everything's been bad.
This is all your fault. If I'm dying to this bloody case, I'm taking you all down with me.
Ooh.
Hey now, Mr. Wright. I know the situation ain't good, but we have to calm down. We're all in the same boat here. You shut your mouth. If it weren't for you, for this letter, for all of you, none of this would have happened. Anna would still be.
Suddenly, Daisy steps up and slaps the knife away from my hand. Sure, okay. Ugh. Drop that knife. Ow! Okay, I dropped it, even though I probably should be gripping it really hard, but sure, whatever. She slaps it from my hand.
Don't you dare, Luke. Don't you dare put that blame on us.
Wait. Whoa, Becca. You were the one putting the blame on Isabel just like this earlier. And now you're gonna be mad at me, at Luke, for doing the same thing? Becca, I should stab you in the face. Right now. Stab you right in the freaking face. Okay, well, she says something but doesn't load. Last I checked, we're the ones trying to do the saving here.
And what about your friend over there? Are you saying she is responsible for this mess? For the lives this sorting letter took? Dragging other people into her own problem just so she could save her little sorry self? You think I haven't seen that before? Getting real tired of your double standards, Daisy.
Ooh, tell her, Luke.
You know this curse is an entirely different issue, Luke. Because, knowing you, I don't doubt that even without that blasted letter, you would have eventually—
Rebecca, stop! All of you stop this!
We gotta work together, guys. You gotta stop fighting each other.
Stop this, please. With or without that damn piece of paper, we still would have ended up in this mess. Ow! Sir, you're hurting me!
Hey, hands off her, right?
Fuck off, Feathers. I have questions for your friend, and she better have the answers.
Luke is not putting up with this. Luke's like got the, I mean, he's mean, but he's got like the realest reaction from the whole thing out of anyone. He's like, girl, you got some answers, you better let me know.
Luke, will you stop taking it out on every single person?
Your friend is hiding something, Daisy.
She struggles for a moment, but Holm eventually forces her to look up at me. Fear and uncertainty spread across her features, especially when her eyes lay on the dang paper. As much as I want to be considerate right now, I want answers.
What do you mean, Lily?
I'm not sure about it.
Don't give me that, you know something.
Ow! Please, sir. I know the paper's useless, okay?
Yeah, the mention letter all of a sudden meant stands. I've almost forgotten she's there. So yeah, the paper doesn't matter. That's what I thought the whole time. I thought it's like the mansion, really, because it's been killing people. Like, it's been killing other people that hadn't even seen the letter. Like, that's happened a couple of times in the story. I think it's just the mansion is bad. And the mirror, like the whole mirror thing that happened, that really had nothing to do with the letter. Why is she blushing? She's like, you're hurting me, blush. But does anyone even want to talk about how he tried to leave and tendrils grabbed us and pulled us into a completely different room of the house? Does anyone even notice that happened? I feel like I'm watching The Walking Dead. You know, The Walking Dead is all about zombies, but what it's really about is a bunch of drama, and then sometimes zombies show up. We just have a bunch of drama, sometimes a ghost shows up.
We should have gotten rid of this thing. We should have burned it at the first opportunity we got. No, even if we rip it to shreds, it won't do anything.
You don't know what I've seen, Santos.
There were children, victims, all because they had no idea what this thing will do to them. Oh God, those poor souls. They were screaming and begging before she— Then what about those people they mentioned in the news lately? All those who died? My coworkers? The open house clients? None of them had seen it. Even Rose. And yet they're all dead.
Oh, I didn't show it to Rose? I couldn't remember. That happened in the first episode.
I should know. That letter has been with me since I picked it up.
Yeah.
And I swear I didn't make copies of this thing.
Well, you didn't make copies, but the ghost made copies because when you were inside your office on that one thing where you hid up under your desk, a bunch of copies got made because they made a big deal about that.
Even if I wanted to save myself, I wouldn't do that to my friends. Or anyone.
Is that what the trip to BRC was for?
Yes, I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you guys until I was certain. None of you believed me the first time. I had to find proof.
And yet we're all here. Are you taking me for a fool, Lily?
I have to go with whiskey on this. Who knows how many has already seen this before you found it? This cursed thing has to go!
We would have ended up here either way. Maybe? I really don't know. Sir, please. All I know is that paper isn't the reason why all of this is happening.
Maybe the paper is actually like from the ghost people. The lady that's killing us, well, she's been saying help me too, though. Maybe like, I don't know. It seems like the spirits that are trapped here are the ones asking for help. I don't really have anything I can go on. It's probably going to be like a very weird explanation how this whole kind of thing's getting weird anyway. We'll just see what happens.
There's something else that—
This place.
What?
Oh, I just
Oh.
thought. I mean, it's a straight thought. Don't take my word for it.
No, it might be something. What about this place, Zach?
I was just thinking, maybe Ash is right for why he went here. This is where Bella found that thing, right? And then this.
It was just a hunch, Zach. We were not getting anywhere. But just because we went here doesn't mean we will find all the answers we need here. Hell, now we're stuck here.
Belle, what are you— Becca, it's this place. Think about it.
What? You mean, like, burn this place down?
Ooh, do we get to burn it down?
I still think we should get rid of this letter before we start thinking of destroying a place with some historical value.
What? And no, we are not burning a multi-million-pound mansion, you peasants! I just spent a fortune on this. Bloody fucking hell, not only do I have trespassers on my property, but they're also arsonists!
There you go, Luke. Tell them how it is. How dare they suggest something like that? Peasants! Peasants, I say! My head's already aching just listening to them to think this is all the solution they can come up with? I should have just stabbed all of them and made a run for it. Yes! It doesn't help with each second we spend talking there, the crazier this whole place gets. The voices become louder and somehow sounding more vicious. If the thing in this room started floating, mark my words, I will freaking flip out if stuff starts floating. Luke's the best. We'll flip out. They may not be thinking of it right now, but eventually they'll turn on me. Such is the nature of humans. Better find a way out of this place as soon as possible if I want to stay alive. Fudge, I still have so much to do. None of our choices seem sound, but who knows? We don't understand crap about this place. Might as well try everything, yeah? Whatever works. Big decision time, better save the game. Big decision time, better save the game. Where we at in the story? I save the game. Okay, so one decision goes up here, and the other decision goes up here. It's a pretty big choice here. I mean, I think we should burn the mansion down. I think we should burn the mansion for sure. Just get rid of all of it. Because it seems like there's a bunch of people trapped here as well, like all these souls. So burning the letter is not going to do anything. But the game is called The Letter, so maybe I should burn the letter. I don't know. All right, well maybe I'll release all the souls into the world and they can kill everybody. I think burn the mansion is the choice I want to do. I probably got insurance on the place, right? I probably got insurance, so he'll be okay, you know? I care about Luke a lot. Can we leave Ash and Becca inside the mansion when we burn it? I'm burning the mansion. Burn that mansion. I'm going to regret this. I will burn that mansion, boy. But with these cries growing louder, it's become the easiest decision I've ever made. Getting tired of hearing their sobbing, really. It's just irritating. Isn't she getting tired of it? Besides, someone has to act fast, think fast. And what else is the root cause of our problems in this place where the letter was found? No need to make things more complicated. It started here. Why won't it end here? If what Lily said is true, then there's all the more reason to destroy it. Put an end to this madness before someone thinks of putting this blasted place up on the market. When I get out of this place, I swear I'm suing a bunch of people, run that estate company to the ground if need be. Well, unfortunately, Luke, the place is already bankrupt. We spent millions, dang it. Millions! With a sigh, perhaps a heavy heart, I opened the drawers of my study table, taking the bottle of liquor out for myself, then passing it on to every occupant in the room. They accept it, but not without a look of protest, a confusing glance my way. It does shut them all up, so maybe I've done something good. Even more when I pop the cork off the bottle and pour its contents on the floor. What kind of alcohol is he drinking if he's going to burn down the mansion with it? He's got some strong booze, and he's about to light this place up. He's got that straight Everclear in there.
Well, what are you simpletons waiting for?
Good, maybe some bourbon. Yeah. It makes sense. You can definitely catch it on fire. No waste time. The room smell alcohol filling the air. You know any better? I'd say they're more eager to set this more than eager to set this place on fire. The blaze catches easily in the room when I set it alight, using the blasted papers as kindling. The whole place drenched with wine and all matter of things alcoholic I've been hiding from Hannah. A small fire soon turns into an inferno. He's drinking straight gasoline. In a matter of seconds, we're out the door. Don't shut the door behind you. You'll douse the fire. It needs oxygen to spread. It doesn't exactly leading where I'm hoping it will. Ending up in the kitchen. I didn't even hit a button. It just went. Ending up in the kitchen does give us more reason to play like a bunch of pyromaniacs. Is that smoke? Oh, it's used the smoke before. The house is on fire. Fixing liquor stocks in the cupboards. We set this whole place on fire with liquor. Straight liquor. Door after door in every room we pass. Pouring bottle after bottle of expensive aged liquor and setting everything on fire, only leaving once the blaze started in earnest. This room looks extra bloody than it did last time, but maybe not. I wonder if this is the blood of all the people that's been killed here. When we ran out of liquor, we simply drop the bottle and take off one of the many nooks I've stashed. I've got so much alcohol hidden in this house. There's no lack of it in there. Hard stuff. The shorts, the watered down, grits, distant relatives, you name it, I've made. There's always one within reach. Luke's got a serious alcohol problem.
How many of these things do you keep in this house?
I always have a few bottles in the bedroom, you know, the parlor and the dining room.
You have problems, man.
Well, isn't this the time to discuss them?
Exactly. Thank you, Luke. Thank you. Thank you. Tell Ash to shut up. Isn't this a great time to talk about my alcoholism? Thank you. So we finally find ourselves standing before the main door. Strong odor of burning wood, cloth, varnish alike wafts from under the doors of the rooms we've previously torched, slowly filling the hall with thick black smoke. The ghost hasn't showed up yet, so I'm kind of worried this isn't working, because I figured she'd be like, no, and come after me or something when I start burning the house down. but she doesn't seem to really care, so that's not a good sign already. But whatever. I can already feel the heat seeping from the room as I've set aflame. In a matter of minutes, flames engulf the whole house. Fittingly, that's when she appears again before us, watching us from atop the stairs while her world goes up in flames around her. However, what catches my eye is that expression on her face. Not the vile smile I've already grown accustomed to, or the one wherever her eyes gleam with complete hatred. This one? Forlorn is the only word I can think to describe it.
No, please. Help me. Help me, please.
Can the dead still feel? Can she hear us? Or is it merely another one of the tricks trapped us in this nightmare? Like this, however, she seems almost like the woman she used to be. Well, I want to see her. I just want to look at this freaking chandelier moving back and forth. Show me where the ghost lady is. Without a jump scare, please. After by myself, she's no longer Hannah. The woman I loved is gone. Who stands before me is nothing but a pale imitation of who she used to be. Now, don't waste any time pondering over it. Not with the exit just a few steps away. The door's finally open and I can go through it. I can glimpse the world outside. Safety. However, I do turn, if only to see the last of her. A farewell more than anything. That's when she gets you when you turn back and look. For all her attempts to lure me, draw me in, her wishes to be with me, she does not stop me. When I finally run from this horrid place, quietly she disappears. Really? Light it up, I got the achievement. No super jump scares or nothing? She's just like, cool, bruh. No problem. Light it on fire. I don't care. Where are we at in the story right now? Oh, buddy. Look at all that we're skipping. Look at all that we're skipping right now. Holy crap. Oh, my god. Oh, my. Oh. Oh! Oh! We're like at the end. Ending number 3. Watching a multi-million-pound house burn before me. For some reason, nothing about this bothers me. Maybe it's that one last look on her face that's changed it. Maybe it's what I've seen and heard inside. There's only a calm, a stillness. We burnt Johan! He was still in there, knocked out from the taser. We just burnt Johans! No! Johans! No! He's burning alive! I mean, we always knew he was a flamer. And oh, I shouldn't say that. Poor Johan. Same hush that came from inside the terrible storm that swept the countryside. And with it, the sight of the sun rising in the horizon. Ever so slowly, the sky begins to lighten before my eyes. Darkness giving way to the warm morning hues, soft rays spilling over the vast expanse of Luxembourg's countryside. Nearby the trees sway with the breeze. While this house just burns. It's cold enough to make me shiver except for this inferno that we have here. It remains the storm is past. In the distance I can hear soft chirping of birds while the rest of the world stirs, wakes. Dawn at last. We are free. But are we? Epilogue. Well, I kind of wonder what happened. Okay, we'll keep going, and I'll also go back and do the other one too. Don't worry. I just want to see what happens with this one. Like the flames that engulfed the mansion that night, whispers quickly spread across Luxembourg City after the incident. Officers who investigated have simply deemed it as an unfortunate accident resulting in deaths of innocent lives. Regardless of the truth, Luke Wright files criminal charges against Briar Realty Corporation after, for undisclosed reasons to the public, forcing the latter to declare bankruptcy. Well, they were already declaring bankruptcy. A move that's merely stoked the rumors further. But for those who still believe the stories of the old and those who know the truth, it's but a testament to a curse and the secrets of Ermengarde Mansion is hidden for centuries. There'll come a time when we can finally be relieved only the ashes of the now ruined mansion now. Man. However, on nights when the wind howls and thunder booms across the sky, some still claim hearing voices where it once stood. Of cries and wails that fill the nights and desperate calls of help for anyone who dares listen. And for those who once tread its halls. Oh, okay. Oh, we get to see what happened to everybody. Although Luke Wright has won his legal battle with Briar Realty Corporation, another tech leak places him and the Wright Enterprise under the spotlight months later. This time, however, it's the then Chief Inspector Harvey Lee's sudden absence. The businessman isn't able to escape close scrutiny. An investigation headed by LPD's Detective Inspector Ashton Frey, all of Wright's Enterprise's illegal business dealings with the past 10 years come to light. Ooh, Luke, you done got busted out for doing bad stuff. Although his involvement with other crimes is still being investigated, the disclosure has caused a huge outcry, especially from the city's business sector. Sued on multiple grounds, the company is ultimately forced to shut down. Meanwhile, to avoid public outrage, the once affluent businessman immediately leaves the city. All of his bank accounts have been emptied, including his Luxembourg apartments, leaving not a single trace or clue where he might be hiding. The last anyone has seen the man was on a flight bound for Ireland. Till this day, no one has heard from him, even his people from the old Wright Enterprise who have all been left to deal with this aftermath. Though over the past few months, after the situation has calmed, some have made claims of spotting him flitting in and out of the city, if only to check on those he's left behind. Well, good for him, I guess. Ash caught him and ruined his business. And then, he apparently did a bunch of bad things, but they never really talk about it. And so he's just like, I'm leaving, bye. And no one's bothered him. He just lives out in the country somewhere, alone. Sad, probably, because his lovely wife is dead. I had to burn her alive. Man, I really wish I didn't open that door back in the day and make her possessed. But I guess that's just what you gotta live with. Months after her recovery, Marianne McCullough heads back to her homeland, ready to close a chapter in the past she's already left hanging for so long. There she visits Lorianne's grave, asking for forgiveness for the girl she once loved, something she has intentionally avoided for years. In spite of all this, a different regret still clings to her, one that's been left by what she has witnessed inside the Ermengarde Mansion. She never returns to Luxembourg after, leaving her interior design company in the hands of her secretary instead. But with her absence, the business eventually declines until they are forced to shut it. Unexpectedly, she turns to music years later, hoping to someday drown out the voices and gruesome memories still lingering in her head. By some stroke of luck and unfortunate circumstances of fate, Marianne encounters Luke Wright once again, almost a year after she's returned home. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She meets the man in the local marketplace, newly settled, fumbling and confused. Although her opinion of the man remains ambivalent, whatever that word is, at best she reluctantly offers help, especially after seeing him stumble on his Gaelic one more times than she seems susceptible. It becomes a start. Not to close a friendship by any means, perhaps something akin to it. Not a close friendship. And on better days, when vitriol and scathing words don't get in the way, there's only the pleasant companionship one offers the other. Luke getting him some of that. Luke getting some McCullough, you know he is. Casual visits to the other one's home, sharing a bottle of wine or two, or simply talking about anything under the sun. A comfort in their mutual loss. Something they both eventually learned to appreciate with time. With the help of family and friends, Zachary still is soon able to open a photography studio of his own. Something he has only dreamed of having as a child. But I thought he wanted to make movies. Although he still hopes to get back into making, okay, there we go, indie films someday. Client work and small projects has kept him mostly busy. Hectic as it may be, he can only be glad for the amount of people pouring in. I can't read. God dang it, I'm trying to read everybody's epilogue, but I can't. He has made moving on from the incident in the Ermengarde Mansion easier, if not faster. It has. Okay. From while there were still nightmares, with support of his family, his doctor, and his own drive, the dark images have finally turned into pleasant dreams. He's aware he won't ever truly forget, but he's no longer running away. At times, when he's not busy or after a hard day's work, he thinks there's another story for the big screen to be told, in that he's gonna make a movie out of it. An idea may soon turn to reality once his time affords it. A month that follow, Rebecca Gales becomes a prominent researcher within Luxembourg major academic circles, especially after writing what she has discovered about Enzum village in the Ermengarde Mansion. With the help of Professor Andrew Clark, she is soon able to secure funding to continue her research, presenting her findings yearly at local and international symposiums. Now at the tail end of her current study, she hopes to publish her first book, correcting all the inaccuracies of the city's current history. A move supported by both colleagues, students, and friends alike. Although she knows she still has a long way to go before she can even begin to change people's minds about it, Professor Clark has warned her as such. She perseveres, doing so for herself, but for the sake of the history the future generation must never forget. No matter how disturbing her experience with the curse may be, she remains the worrywart she always has been. Even after what she's seen, she continues to fret over people she cares about, sometimes much to their frustration and embarrassment. But if there's one thing that has shifted, it's the relationship with people and the little group, particularly with Zach Steele. Oh, really, Zach? Zach, you about to get that? You about to get some Becca? In fact, on numerous occasions, she has been spotted dipping by a studio, bringing the man food on days when he's swamped with work. They also seem to have grown more comfortable around each other than before. Maybe it's born out of their shared experience, or maybe the way they see each other are simply changed naturally due to the years they've known each other. Regardless of the whys, it's a change the man welcomes and appreciates. In turn, he strives to return her kind gestures whenever he can. For all the horrors they've seen, who wouldn't have thought something good will come out of it? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was hoping for Bella and Zach, but it looks like we're not getting that. Whereas promise talk happens months later. The promise talk happens months later when they were talk about their feelings. After both Rebecca Gales and Ashton Frey have recovered from the immediate repercussions of the curse. Even though things between them have started out awkward at first, with Rebecca mostly leading and Ashton having no idea what to do with the weight of the feelings the other has suddenly thrust on him. Perhaps with heavier expectations, they both come to an understanding shortly. Eventually, the two start dating. To no one's surprise, particularly those who've already gleaned of the redhead's feelings from the man years ago, usually they spotted together while on a trip downtown while they aren't busy with their respective jobs. Our life doesn't get in the way. It isn't exactly sunshine and rainbows like she has imagined all those years. Sometimes their conflicting tempers get in the way, and another, it's their difference opinion. Their difference opinions. It's their difference opinions. Okay. But with patience, instead of a spat, they both try to work through their indifferences, slowly. One gradual step after another, learning as they go. There's a difficult road ahead of them. Rebecca knows they're still quite a ways off from fairy tale ending she long dreamed of with him. But at the end of it, she thinks they're both happy. Even if Ashton's rarely says anything, he's always been that way after all. This has been a long time coming. And after everything they've both gone through since childhood, they deserve to have this respite together. And with her newfound courage, Isabella Santos finally chose to pursue what she really wants for herself, painting fruit. She's so excited. Having made enough to keep her family afloat for a few years with their blessings, she quits her job at Briar Realty Corporation and takes the scholarship offer from the local university. Though remarkably out of practice and unsure if she'll be able to keep up with the time she's returned, or whatever, she finds her feet soon enough helping people close to her, blah. And with her confidence and her skills growing, so do the number of people recognize her and her work. It doesn't take long for several award-giving bodies to notice her. Oh, she goes and becomes popular. Look at her. For all of her accomplishments, however, she's never truly forgotten of what happened in the Ermengarde Mansion. Images still remain in her, and on particularly unpleasant nights, terrors continue to visit her dreams. She knows those won't ever disappear from her life. It's become part of her in the same way death has permanently taken from her. However, she's no longer afraid. And with a brave face, she carries on, earnestly wishing that someday she'll be able to paint brighter, more vivid thoughts on her canvas. An honest portrayal of life and hope amidst the fear. Shortly after accepting the scholarship from Grant Luxury University, Isabella moves from Samuel residence in favor of staying in the dorm close to the campus. Although Rebecca Gales quickly offers the assistants to move, she does admit she will be missing her neighbor for more than 5 years. When all's said and done, she's become fonder of the girl over the years, and with their shared experience over the curse, they've grown closer. Isabella leaves the promise to visit once in a while, and even though she still jokingly complains about Rebecca's bossy attitude, she confesses that she also misses the woman's fussing. After all, in a place miles away from her real family, Rebecca is still the closest thing she has to a sister. More than a year later, once everything in their respective lives is settled, Zachary Steele and Isabella Santos finally hold their first exhibit together. A project that's been in the making for almost 2 years after the photographer casually brought it up to the other artists. While merely intended as a small event, it has been surprisingly attended by several members of Luxembourg's upper class and art enthusiasts. Although only a few of the pieces have been meant for sale, the show has brought prominence to Zachary and Isabella's names in the city's art scene. Good, they did a good job. Currently, they're planning to hold their first show overseas. Yet, even with this unexpected, overwhelming fame, the friendship between the two has remained strong. Theirs, after all, is a bond that goes beyond being mere partners in a project. He's her family as much as she is his. Oh, following his success in bringing the Luxembourg firm case to a close, Ashton Frey receives a recommendation for transfer to Luxembourg's lead agency against organized crimes. An endorsement eagerly backed by the newly appointed successor to late Chief Inspector Abigail Harris. Knowing he'll have more resources, leeway, and a bigger chance for ultimately bringing Luke right to justice, Ashton Frey accepts. He's still chasing down Ashton Frey. He's just, he's still trying to bring down Luke. Luke is freaking, he's gone, man. He's trying to have a good life. Leave him alone. He still warns people close to him against Wright and his associates, but only a friend reminder of anything. Okay, whatever. Though he does worry, he believes they're wise enough to show whatever. Blah, for now he decides to leave the evidence, law-breaking and self-care. Nowadays, police work and operations keep him busy, sometimes taking him away from the city he grew up in for days on end. A rare thing for him to enjoy once upon a time, yet this time he never loses his drive, simply growing more determined after having finally found a clear purpose close to the rush and excitement he dreamt of as a child. Although Ashton still keeps mum about specific details of his work, his experience with the curse has slowly taught him how to open up, especially to those he knows that genuinely care for him. He has a long way to go, he knows that, but for the sake of people who are still with him, those who chose to stay, he hopes that there will come a day when he no longer has to hide behind his own lies. A day when he's no longer afraid of facing the truth in his own words. Man, this whole epilogue thing is going on pretty long. There's a lot of character, stuff going on. All right. On his days off, Ashton is usually seen loitering around Zack Steele's studio, either to help him on one of his pet projects or exasperating the other man on purpose. Either or, it's mostly the latter. At certain times, he'll volunteer to model for Zack's projects in spite of the photographer's research that is not needed. Yeah. I don't want you to model. Go away, guy. Regardless, Ashton insists before complaining how meticulous the whole process hours later. Oh, please, I'm so pretty. Take my picture. Get out of here. Sometimes they may go into small, trivial arguments. Whatever. If anything, they're still friends. Great. Ooh, but the drama's still there. Because I told her I didn't care about her dad. I didn't want to eat her cocoa she made for me. I told her that she's wrong, went out and made out with Becca. Between the lingering trauma and their measly attempts at normalcy, both Ashton and Isabella know that there are things that there are things will never be the same. Gone is the friendship, banter, and rapport, as are their pretty arguments and lightly teasing. After all, has been said and done, it's only sensible for things to fall apart the way they did. It's inevitable, so to speak. Yet in brief moments, when their eyes meet and the last stolen glance is given, a shadow of it can still be seen in them. A quiet, steadfast thing that remains, a trace of what would have been had if things not crumbled. Neither hold on to it, of course, as much as they wish to. Both of them think that it's already far too late. Well, yeah, Ashton, you're freaking dating her friend. What do you mean? Oh, I still want you, baby. They can only walk away from it and leave nothing but heavy regrets in their wake. Nah, I'm not bringing Isabella down with the trash can character. She can go off and be an artist, and her and Zack can hook up. She belongs with Zack. Ash, you just go die somewhere, okay? ... Oh, hey. Who are you over there? Who's this over here in the corner? Are you the ghost? Are you gonna jump at me? What are you looking at me? Y'all dressed up like that? We never really did figure out what the heck happened, did we? I mean, I think, if that's Ghost Girl, she's pretty fine, you know? But what happened? Do I have to go back and do all the choices to see what the heck happened? They didn't even tell me the story. What happened? What happened? I need to go back and burn the letter now and see if bad stuff happens to me or not. There's so many different paths to take. There's so many multiple endings. I figured we'd get some of the story though in this ending. This seems like a pretty decent ending. Like everybody survived. Do I have to kill everybody to see what actually happened? ...
Where are you, Tio?
Little girl?
Tio, please.
Kylie, don't you jump scare me.
She's here.
Oh no.
She's still here, Tio.
Oh yeah? She got you by the neck? Yeah? She's still here? Oh, good. Let me just,
Help me, please.
Ooh. That was heavy, man. That was real heavy, but I gotta burn the letter. Hang on a second. I gotta burn this letter, see what happens. Get it? And I'm burning the letter. No option? Yeah, burn that letter. Ooh. Doesn't take long for the fire to catch cold. Make sure the ashes, flammable, inferno. Yeah, burning the crap out of that letter right now. Burning it. Big flame, anything to worry about the case. In fact, anything burn ash to the floor. I want to see what changes. I mean, this scene's different, of course. He's just talking about the letter burning. Woo! Sharp, agonizing wail echoes somewhere in the mansion before quickly dying out, taking with her the horrors she has brought upon the mansion. Slowly before our eyes, the mansion changes again. Really? That easy? We just burnt the letter and everything's fine? Darkness quickly replaced by artificial lights in the room. Even the smell of blood and gore has completely disappeared. Perhaps the only thing undesirable is dumbfounded looks they're giving me.
See, wasn't that easy?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, you people need to get your heads checked. How did you all make it this far in life with that kind of thinking?
Tell him, Luke.
You can all thank me later for this. You may now show yourselves out of my property before I call the police on you simpletons.
I'll call the cell with a single glance back, then eagerly finally get fresh air, find a way out of the place, I'm sure. Better not catch them again. Is that it? No, it can't be it. It's only silence. We're free. Epilogue. You serious? I just burnt the letter and it goes straight to the epilogue? Easy as that? Easy peasy? What? That's it? Wow, that was Johan. What about Johan's? Where's he at? Is he still dead? It never brings him up again. I guess he's just gone forever. Okay, well, it doesn't. I don't guess it really matters if you burn the letter or the mansion. It just seems to not affect a whole lot. It didn't. Well, it didn't give me the ending with. It didn't give me the scene with her having the girl by the neck. True endings. I got no true endings at all. I got individual bad. Luke's bad and Marianne's bad. Friendship's good. Luke and Marianne, them. Romance endings. We got one. Oh! Oh, it actually... Man, okay, so I guess I just didn't wait long enough to see that she just straight up snaps the little girl's neck. Well, Jesus Christ. And my memory fragments, I only got so many of them, but there's like, you know... They're here, and they got the servant, and then he's like, I'm mad at you, maybe I'm leaving or something, I don't know. And then she has them, like, dragging out, beaten, and killed. There's a dead cat. Hey, dead cat. Oh, they're in the dungeon right now. She throws them in the dungeon, and then, like, stuff happens to the girl over here. And then she's a witch, and they have her burned. This seems like this is what the story is going. I don't have these three memory fragments. All right, so that's the end of the letter. We beat it. Now, there's like a bunch of different endings we saw. I didn't get any true endings for anything, so I must have done a terrible job in my game. I thought I did pretty good. The game was long. Supposedly that the true ending, I have to like not let Hannah get possessed. There's like a path to it, but it's so long. There's probably other videos on YouTube, so if you're interested in seeing the other endings, you should probably definitely go check those out, because I'm not going to go back and do it. I'm not. I will also go watch them as well, because that was a really long game. Thank you guys for watching this. It was good. It was a tough edit. And thank you to Emily for editing these videos with as much repeat and just like dead air there is in the game. But it was good. It was an impressive game. And so thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, stay healthy, guys.